Good morning and welcome back to our YouTube channel, where we have been renovating an abandoned farm for the last couple of years and we're getting very close to its completion. Today we're going to be working on the road because it's had a lot of wear and tear over the years. We drive a Duster and a Hilux and they're both quite high off the ground and don't struggle getting up the track. However, we have noticed over the years that lower cars can struggle, especially as there are ridges and dips and bumps and stuff. So we're going to be working on that because we are going to be selling this place and we want to make sure that the people who buy it and people who come to visit can easily get in and out. Theo's literally down there right now. He's just driven the digger down. I was going to say tractor. He's just driven the digger down. So let's go and get started.
Have I told you about this cute little cafe that I've been running? Well, it's actually a game which I've been playing during my breaks, but it's super easy to just pick up and play during my downtime, and it's called Love and Pies. It ticks every single box. Using different types of ingredients, you make pies and other cafe style goods by matching them to then serve to customers. Each sale earns you tips that you can then use towards decorations and upgrades for your cafe. And here is what my cafe currently looks like. I've been leaning towards a bright blue feel, but I actually do mix it up with a couple of different ones. I like it to be eclectic. And I also really love the fact that there's no ads in this game and it is free to download. You're also following an intriguing story about a single mom called Amelia, who's the new owner of her family's cafe after it mysteriously caught fire. There's a bunch of different characters, including a potential romance. So if you're anything like me and you enjoy an interesting story, decorating your very own cafe and matching items, then this is the game for you. So download Love and Pies now with my link below, and thank you so much to Trail Mix for sponsoring this video.
So I've just been checking all of the high points on this road that I need to fix. I need to basically grade it right back, and then I can put all of this, basically what is soil and stone mix, which beds down really nicely with the compression of the excavator. I can get it nice and packed in to the holes and it won't be going anywhere. Basically just trying to make it really good for that lower car, because lower cars and off-grid living generally don't really go together, and I know that the people coming to view this property will turn up in a hire car, which are usually the lowest cars, or like a Fiat 500. I want to make it suitable for them. So that was way easier than I imagined, like literally 2 minutes, and I've taken all the high points off. It's obviously been a problem in the past because look at that, found some old red brick that they've obviously put down in here as hardcore to make sure that the road is sturdy coming in. I'm going to do a much better job than that, fix it properly, and it will last ages. I'm also going to put a rain drainage ditch just to the top of the road so no water can even run down here anymore. So there we have it. The entrance is done. How much shallower is that? That is way better for any car to drive onto the property. And you can probably see in the corner down there, I've still got some left. That is on purpose. I'm going to use some to fill in some of the ruts further up the road, but I'm also going to save some because when you drive over this stuff, it will compact down even more. And then if I need to, I can fill in any little gaps. But yeah, what a beautiful day to be out working at the off-grid property.
I've just got to the off-grid property. There was a bit of a disaster yesterday. I was meant to be here helping Theo with the gravel because he was spreading it. It was the first day. I was really excited to get done with it. And my mom has come to visit and also help out. And unfortunately, she had an accident when just before we were due to leave. Theo had already left and me and my mom were gonna leave, and she fell over and hit her face. So we ended up spending the whole day in the hospital getting it checked, making sure everything was okay. She's okay, thankfully, nothing is broken. She's very bruised. It looks painful. She's got a lot of swelling. So we weren't here yesterday to see the gravel get spread and see how far it actually went. And I just arrived and it looks absolutely amazing. This is the first time I've seen the gravel laid out and it looks absolutely amazing. It's completely transformed this space. It's made it so much smarter. It feels a lot more open and a lot more spacious, which is really good. And it means now that driving around on here will be easier and it's safer because no plants can grow up close to the house, which is really exciting. So in the first gravel delivery that we had, this is the Britta number 1, it's the smallest one. We had 8 cubic meters delivered because we weren't 100% sure how much we'd need, we weren't sure how thick we'd want it to be. Doing some rough calculations, we think that at least 12 cubic square meters should work, but so we started with 8 just to see, and it's covered about 2/3 maybe, bit hard to guess, but we've got another 8 cubic meters coming today. So that'll bring us up to 16 cubic meters of gravel delivered, and hopefully that will cover all of the area because I'm actually quite speechless at how much it has transformed this space already. It's really made it smart. It just feels really nice and it's just adding another piece to the puzzle of completing this place. And like I said, my mom is here to help out. So what me and my mom are going to be doing is just doing some cleaning up, some general tidying of the place. The outhouse hasn't been used for over a year now. So we're going to give that a nice deep clean. And before anyone gets worried, she is totally fine. She wanted to come today and she absolutely loves cleaning. Not like me, so for her this is an enjoyable task, and for me it's also enjoyable because I get to spend time with my mom.
Somewhere on the front porch, surrounded by friends. Music playing in the kitchen, it's just loud enough to dance. The sun shines through the branches like a diamond in my hair. I see how lucky I am. Dinner's on the table, a few candles left to light. The stories we've been saving gonna take all night. The moon shines through the window like it's giving me a chance to see how lucky I am.
We've just had truck one of 2 deliver 4 cubic meters of more gravel, and the guy did a really nice job and kind of spread it all down where we're going to be moving it today. We've got one more truck coming and I think we're going to have them deliver it on this space here. So this stuff today is going all down here and around there, and I think a bit down here too. So Theo's just spreading it out even more, which is exciting. So this is just basically crushed up gravel, and they have it in 4 sizes. This is number 1, the smallest, so it fits in more places and looks really nice. I'm so excited.
Every high and low every beat in my heart, every mile of road got me this far. The harder I try, the better it gets. I do it all for the days like this. Closed all of the curtains, cleaned up all the wine, kept the fire burning till we said goodbye. A light shines down the hallway, calling me to bed. I see how lucky I am. Every high and low, every beat in my heart, every mile of road got me this far. The harder I try, the better it gets. I do it all for the days like this. Every mile of road got me this far. The harder I try, the better it gets. I do it all for the days like this. The harder I try, the better it gets. Oh, I love all the days like this. I love all the days like this.
The second truck with the gravel is here. We're just going to get him to put it in the entrance. So it's currently a new day and I'm so happy with how the gravel has transformed the off-grid property, but I'm clearly not at the off-grid property right now. You can see that I'm here on Miracle Mountain and I'm currently just hiking up to the cabin to pick up a few things, but I wanted to explain to you guys what is going on. It's very steep if you can't tell, and I'm very out of breath because this is a mammoth hike up here, but it's so worth it. All of the leaves have come out on the trees and it's looking more incredible than ever. So I know I've said it before, but me and P would drive and pay to come and hike in places that are not as nice as this. And this is sometimes it's just completely shocking to think that we own this. Look at them views. Look at this forest, actually recovering really nicely here. And the cabin is probably a couple minutes walk from here. So I'm gonna make my way there so I can explain a few things to you guys. You can actually see it there in the distance. It looks a lot closer than it is, but look at all this beautiful granite that runs up the valley of our property. And now the leaves are on, it's created a wonderful canopy and shade for the summer. So being me, but also obviously being autistic as well, as a lot of you already know because I've explained in future videos, that it's really nice to have a place where I know I'm not gonna see another person, because it stresses me out if I'm gonna see someone on a hike and I just wanna be alone. I just wanna be alone. And I get to walk and hike around my property And I know 100% that I'm not going to see another human, and I can just sit in solitude with the birds, with the other wildlife that are hanging around, come up to the cabin area, look over the mountains, and it just feels such an incredible place that I've always dreamed of owning. And now we have it. I can spend basically the rest of my life just making improvements and tweaking little bits here and there. So I walked up here, a much steeper route, but there's also a more mellow route just here. So there's loads of hiking potential on this property, which I'm hoping that you guys, when you come and stay in the stone house that we're renovating, can come and hike these trails for yourself. And as you can see, I'm pretty much now at the cabin build, which is also another exciting project. Right, so you can see the cabin just behind me there with the epic views into the forest on the distance and over the mountains as well. It's just the perfect location for that cabin, but I've had loads of comments asking what's going on with that. And obviously I'm only one person, I'm only human, so I can only do one thing at a time. And the most important thing right now is getting the off-grid property finished and ready to sell so the next owner can love it as much as we did. So I've been driving hours every single day, backwards and forwards to the off-grid property to make sure I get it completed on deadline, and it's really starting to pay off. But I just wanted to address some of these questions about this off-grid cabin. And basically this was a project that I did while Bee was recovering from her surgery when I could not leave her. So I had to be with her all the time on the property in case she needed something. So this is why I started this when I did. It's going to be really fun getting on with this cabin once again. You can see there how tall it is. It's going to be an amazing space, and it serves a purpose. The purpose is next winter I'm going to be up here doing a lot of clearing, and this is going to be somewhere where I can come and seek refuge from the weather, from the pouring rain, from the bad storms, but also store equipment right at the top of the mountain so I don't have to keep ferrying it backwards and forwards, because that really is a lot of work. So it definitely serves a purpose, but it's also going to be a fun place to hang out, spot wildlife, and just generally relax. Guys, I'm so excited right now. You might be able to tell in my voice, but look at this. I have found fresh spring water flowing really nicely from this hole in the wall right here, right by the cabin, which is incredibly exciting. And I always knew that this was a spring, but it never ran since the fire and the flooding. I've just had to sit down because, to be honest, that is amazing. That is a really nice flow of water. That's probably the 5th spring that I've found on this property. And water in a hot country like Portugal is so important. I am going to call Bee right now and tell her to come up and see what I've found. Let's see what she says, see if she's as excited as I am.
Hello?
Hello, I have just found a new spring by the cabin. Like it's flowing really nicely.
Not the spring that we get our water from.
No, completely different spring, like a completely different water source. Jump in the UTV, come up to the cabin area right now and I'll show you.
All right, give me a second, I'm just with the animals, I'll be 5 minutes.
Okay, see you in a sec.
All right, bye.
Bye. I've just put the torch on my phone so that you can see this better, but look at that flow. It is flowing so nicely. That right there is a lot of water coming out and it looks so fresh. But yeah, if I go inside, you'll be able to see where it's coming from. It's dribbling down from the stones further up. It's quite a big hole that goes back probably about 2 meters. So 10 minutes has passed and Bee has just arrived. I'm excited for her to see it. I'm going to help her down because, come down this way.
What, there?
Yeah, just down here.
I'm in Crocs.
Okay, you might need your Crocs in safety mode.
I'll put them in sports mode.
Sports mode. Okay, but give me your hand.
What, here?
Yeah.
Just leaves?
No, you'll be all right. And then just step on that step just there. I'm so excited to show you this.
I can't see anything. I can hear water.
Remember where the digger driver who cleared out the small pond?
He thought it was somewhere completely different.
Exactly.
It's that one.
He saw it flowing before the fire and the flooding.
I can't see any water. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. It's like a little tiny, wow, it's not even tiny, like it's an actual cave.
It goes about 2 meters back.
That's a pretty decent flow, you know, like, oh, it's freezing. It just all gets lost, that's why I can see it just absorbs into the ground. Do you think this matches up with our water source down there?
It's a different water source. But I'm gonna make it go to the pond.
This is so cool. I kind of wish I was do you remember the borrowers? Like a tiny person, I could go off and explore how far it goes, because that's
I'm sure we could find a smaller person.
I mean, you'd need to be this big. It's intriguing. You can see where but I want to see, like, where does this tunnel go?
I think what happened is basically in the flooding, a stone blocked it up and it could no longer flow.
I mean, that makes sense because we've been here for what, 1.5 years now, and we come to the forest a lot. You were here all winter doing the cabin build and this was never flowing, and now it is? This is so exciting.
There's never a dull day when you own a big property like this. We're always finding things, aren't we?
Being in the forest, in the mountains, there's just so much stuff going on here all the time. Like, we knew that this was a property that has water, but the amount that comes out is just spectacular, honestly.
So much potential. And the off-grid property, you'll have to wait for the final reveal of the gravel until the next video. So
It looks so good.
make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on, and we'll see you on the next video.